Good morning. Have you ever felt isolated, alone, and like you didn't have a friend in the world? Well, if you've ever felt that way, and particularly if you find yourself in that place now, stay tuned. We're going to talk about a few practical things we can do, maybe a few impractical things, and what we can do to address that. My name is Patricia. I'm here with my coffee once again to encourage and inspire you and perhaps give you some hope for your next chapter, your journey beyond emotionally destructive relationships. And I believe that affects all of us at one time or another. So, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Isolation, loneliness, the temptation to hide out, to stay in our houses, to stay small when we're hurt, when we're in recovery, when we're trying to heal from any dysfunction in our relationships. And we do need to be alone. We do need to heal. We need privacy to grieve from things that just didn't go the way they should have and to heal ourselves. But if we stay there too long, it'll cause us to deteriorate mentally and emotionally. So, what to do about it? Well, first of all, and I just want to say before I go on, if your loneliness, um, isolation patterns, if they're more serious than just a passing, gnawing loneliness and feeling isolated, if there's something deeper than that, you may need professional counseling. I'm not here with all the answers. I'm just here to share some thoughts I have on what you can do when the loneliness and isolation and the temptation to hide out um, is from not feeling like you can't trust anybody because you've been hurt. And that's one reason why we self preserve in a way that also can be self sabotaging. We want to protect ourselves from being hurt again, but we end up hurting ourselves more in the process. So, what can we do about it, my friend? Well, for starters, as I said, we can take small steps. Um, I just want to back up a minute here. This last 5 years since 2020 have played havoc on relationships, family relationships, friendships, all kinds of things have deteriorated since then. Now, good things have come out of the last 5 years as well. But there are some not so good things too, because it's caused us to once now, after we've been isolated for a while, we're trying to get ourselves back out there into the world. And some of us don't know quite how to do that. So here's some practical ideas, practical tips, some things we can do to prevent ourselves from going down that rabbit hole. I'm going to read a Bible verse to you, and then we're going to talk just a few moments about a few thoughts I have. Hebrews 3:13 says, encourage each other daily while it is still called today, so that none of you is hardened by sin's deception. Well, in the last 5 years, particularly the last few months, we are surrounded by deception of every kind, gaslighting. We don't know what's real and what isn't real anymore in this world. And with the rise of AI, we look at posts on our Facebook scroll, um, our Facebook page. We look at YouTube channels. We look at all kinds of things, and we think, even the news, is this real? Is this reality? Is this a real picture? Is this a real voice? Is this a real person at all? And it's disheartening sometimes because we don't know how to sort out the real from the unreal. And in our hearts, we want genuine, real friendships, friends we can trust. Now, all the rest of it is great for information, for entertainment, whatever, but not for true friendship. So I have shown up once in a while on this channel to encourage you on your journey towards grace, receiving grace from God and his atonement and what he did for us, receiving his gift of salvation, his grace and forgiveness, and then giving grace to ourselves for being human many times, and also giving grace to others for their shortcomings and humanness, if you will. So, where does that leave us? Well, that leaves us grasping for real friendship, offline or online. Now, I would never suggest that you seek to have your friends all online. That would be not healthy at all. We need face to face community. And even if you're going through a very lonely time in your life, you're isolated, you've just been in the house too much, just get yourself dressed up, go out to a coffee shop or a food court somewhere, just by yourself, even just to make eye contact and to smile at someone. That can be the first easy step, and you will feel better for it. How do I know? I've done it. Got all dressed up just to go out to see a real person. We've all had times that we've done things we never thought we would ever have to do. But if it gets you out of that comfort zone of self-preservation, self-sabotage in the end, it'll help because you don't know who you might meet, and a smile can make all the difference for somebody else. And who knows, you may get one back. Who knows who you will see? So that's one very practical thing you can do. Now, a few other things you can do is, and then I'm going to give you a warning, is you can look online for like-minded groups. And I hope this is a group that you will find there are like-minded people on this channel that tune in and that respond and that comment, because my desire is that not only will you listen to me speak, but you will meet friends, and joining a channel or subscribing to a channel and following a person will help you read some comments and maybe think, I'm not alone. It's not just me that feels this way. I've done that. I've subscribed to a channel and I thought, wow, I could have said that. That's just like me. And I've read some comments and I'm pressing like and yes, thumbs up. I feel that way. And it's so encouraging to know when you feel alone, you're not alone. There's a lot of people that feel that way. So I have a little note here because I can forget some very important things I want to say if I don't write it down. I do want to say one very important thing is that when we join groups, whether it's a, a YouTube channel, we subscribe, we are actually joining a group of listeners for that channel. Or if we join Facebook groups, I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. We have to be careful that we're not just joining groups just to be a part of something. We have to be discerning and be careful because not everybody has our best interests at heart. Not everybody cares about you. I know we think everybody cares about us, but no, we have to discern and search and look for those that really care about us and have our best interest at heart. Who's real? Who's genuine? So I want to tell you that I have started Becoming a Woman of Grace Facebook group. It's public right now. It may be private at some point. And I invite you, if you're so inclined, if you're looking for a group to belong with like-minded women, there are several of us there that are encouraging each other, inspiring each other, and being a friend, saying a prayer for each other, because we all need friends. We can all feel lonely. We can all feel abandoned, misunderstood. We can all feel like we don't have a friend in the world. And yes, there's 1,000 groups you could join. I'm inviting you to join this one. If not, I just appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel because it encourages me to put out more helpful videos and to reach women like you who feel alone in this world and realize that God is always there for you. Say a prayer, He will be with you. The Bible says He will never leave us or forsake us, He will always be with us. But sometimes we need somebody with skin on. Sometimes we need a real person, and God knows that. And He will send us one person, two people, or a group online to inspire us, uplift us, get us through the rough days. So I'm going to let you go now, my friend. And until next time, bye bye and be blessed.